Hey, thanks for checking out the video. If you all like it, please like and subscribe, and hope you all enjoy it. Have a great rest of the day.
I want everybody to say, any veterans in the house? We have one right here. Got a couple right here. Thank those veterans that were a part of this as well. We're going to start with the Declaration of Independence. We have our Dr. Stewart here, which you will see later if you're going to be at the show tonight. He's going to read for us. Then we've got some volunteers here that's going to read some toast. We don't have anything to drink today. We ran out of liquor. But we're going to do a toast, and then we're going to do 13 shots for the 13 colonies, 13 colonies. So, Dr. Stewart, follow you.
I found this information very interesting. I thought it was worth sharing with you all. Decided in Congress, July 4th, 1776. A declaration by the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress Assembly. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpation, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world for the public good. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has effected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our sea, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injuries. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity. And we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace, friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, and judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they will have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Signed by order and in behalf of the Congress, John Hancock, President.
Reason! Fire! Now you're going to have a job here in a few minutes. Each time they read a toast, we huzzah. That's your job. Readers, on that.
Toast to July the 4th, 1776, the birthday of American independence, duly appreciated and held sacred. The day of the first publication of the unalienable rights of man as set forth in the Declaration of Independence. Its author's words, for imitation, are lasting evidence of their greatness. May we never acquire a new edition. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Section, make ready! Present! Fire!
Founded upon principle, its origin the source of lasting happiness to millions yet unborn.
Huzzah! Section, make ready! Present! Fire!
A toast to George Washington. George Washington, freedom's model, the world's admiration, man's benefactor, supreme commander of the Continental Armies, and first president of this great land. To the memory of George Washington, first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen.
Huzzah! First section, make ready! Present! Fire!
To national unity. Men honest difference of views never be deemed criminal among the patriotic people of this republic. Possessing the charter and inherent rights declared July 4th, this 1776. Frenzied be the head and palsied by the hand that would attempt this dissolution.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Second section, make ready! Present! Fire!
A toast to North Carolina, to the great state of North Carolina. Here's to the land of the longleaf pine, a sunny land where the sun doth shine, where the wheat grows strong and the strong grow great. Here's to down home, the old North State.
Huzzah! First section, make ready! Present! Fire!
Our armed forces, past and present, to the officers and soldiers of the armed forces of the United States, the pride of our country and the shield of our national defense. Our country's shield when wielded by a patriot arm and directed by a sound head. Whilst we enjoy our rich heritage of civil and religious liberty, may we never forget the noble spirits who bought them with their blood and treasure. Extensive as are our boundaries, their brilliant achievements have convinced the world that we have no territory to spare.
Freeze! Fire!
To the fallen, to the memory of those heroes who fought and bled for our country from the revolution through this very day. The tears of the national gratitude shall ever bedrew their graves. Their service still fresh in our recollection.
First section, make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
Put a little bit extra powder in that one.
Get up here, baby, where we can hear you.
The free enterprise and its fruits, agriculture, manufacture, and commerce. They form a tripod on which rests our national greatness. Impair either and you endanger the whole. They will always be cherished in a free country and national spirit, industry, and enterprise.
Make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
Virtuous, intelligent, and lovely. Language cannot portray their excellence. May they be mothers of a race of free men that will make kings and emperors tremble if they interfere with their rights.
First section, make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
To the city of Washington, may it do honor to the name of its founder. While it bears his name, may it cherish his sustenance and revere his virtues.
Second section, make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
To the President and Congress of the United States, those in whom we entrust the government of our nation, more respected for their merit than their power, and greater in the simple dignity of their virtues than the proudest monarch on the throne, our highest station is reserved always for our very best.
Section, make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
A toast to the Constitution. To the Constitution of the United States, which, like the air we breathe, unfelt and unperceived, pervades, cherishes, and strengthens a powerful and growing nation, ever hallowed by the memory of the patriots who had the wisdom to form and the purity to establish it.
Second section, make ready! Freeze it! Fire!
A toast to the United States. To the United States, now universally acknowledged free and independent, the great experiment of self-government, may their concord of happiness, their sovereignty, and independence be perpetual.
Make ready! Freeze it! Fire! Shoulder, pilot. 3 cheers for His Excellency General Washington and the Continental Congress!
You got any tricks up your sleeve like last time?
Not this time.
Okay.
Let me plan. Secure your pilots.
All right, so last year he tricked me. He had a little